Sami, let's start with what it took to get this facility up and running in Auburn Hills. You know, that is the center, the heart of the automotive industry historically. Give me a dollar investment. Give me a sense of the support you got from the state and the US federal government, because this is a big growth engine for you guys.
Absolutely. So we're very happy. We opened up actually this facility in 1993, and we had the first robot produced in 2015 in this facility here. And we are the only manufacturer of robots in the United States. And since as we have been evolving this facility here, and now we decided to expand and to expand it by 30% in volume. So invested 30 million to refit this this facility here. Our home base in automation and robotics is automotive, but we've seen lots of opportunities outside of automotive, like in logistics, in healthcare, and even construction. So this facility here, is to actually serve these markets closely.
So, Sami, the facility has a history, and you've scaled it up further. Where does it sit in your global operations? Is this now kind of the leading light of AI-powered robotics manufacturing?
Yes, I mean, we have three manufacturing hubs in the world, one in Sweden, one in China, and one in the United States, to follow our local for local strategy. But here in the United States, our Michigan hub in Auburn Hills is what we call the hub for the rest. So we have a facility in Atlanta who does logistics and packaging. In Houston, Texas, we have our healthcare center close to our customers. And in San Jose, in California, we have our AI center, and the center for supporting all of these is here in Michigan.
In San Jose, California, you have your AI center, and we've talked so much, even just this week, about the work that's happening in AI related to robotics. In the last 2 days, we have seen 2 startups come out of stealth, building foundation models specifically designed and trained for the robotics use case. Explain to me the work you're doing on the software side. What dollar investment have you made into artificial intelligence so far?
Absolutely. I mean, I can tell you from my own experience, I did my PhD 30 years ago on robotics and AI. And AI and robotics for us is not new. We've been investing in robotics more than 10 years now. We already have AI applications in robots today. For example, when you do inspection of weld quality for automotive, we use AI mechanisms, and they are 20 times faster in detecting the spot weld. And basically, it learns as it goes. We just acquired 2 companies, one AGV company like mobile robots, and we invested in another company that has the brains and the eyes to make these mobile robots able to actually navigate in an environment that has never seen it before. So autonomously, we put the robot in the factory, the robot goes around, sees, and another robot sees something different, and they combine, and at the end, they have one big map that they can navigate around, and the robot can detect a human, a fixed object, and learns as it goes. So we have many, many of these applications today, and another great example is to pick objects that a robot has not seen before. Traditionally, we used to have exactly the object described by a CAD model. The robot grabs it and puts it. But, in parcels, for example, logistics, you don't know how the boxes will come in. So you have to really have a robot that is able to work in an unstructured environment. And now we have these applications already at large customers on our side. So AI has been not new for us. Now the generative AI is really a new, cool technology where you can actually work with language, with machines. And that, in my opinion, would be the future, where we decoded how the language models actually work. So you can talk to a robot and tell the robot, do this and do that, move an object from A to B, just not us learning the language of the robot, but the robot learns our language. And that's the future of robotization.
Right. Sami, the frustration for a lot of people around the world is that everyone's talking about AI. Everyone claims some core ownership of AI and relevance of AI to their business. Give me something tangible about how your historic investment in AI and your more recent M&A activity is actually boosting your sales. Like, your technology some of it's behind you, but how much of it is in the real world, and how much has your sales and deployment growth picked up because of AI?
Yes. Well, we looked at, we have an AI council in ABB across. We have more than 130 projects across, the company who actually innovate in AI, both for internal productivity, but for our customers. And we categorize them in categories like, classical AI and generative, but we have, implemented, we have, futuristic projects, and we have planned projects. So all of these actually contribute today for our revenues. I mean, in robotics, 80% of the value we drive in robots comes from software. We have multiple other areas in ABB where, for example, in shift navigation, we already have implemented solutions where you can get the weather data in, you get, the stormy data and so on, and it basically helps you navigate and reduce, your consumption of fuels. So all of that is already embedded in our technology, and we are investing more and more as part of our software development to increase, our productivity for our customers, but also our own productivity.
Finally, Sami, there is a microscopic focus on the relationship and activity of technology companies, particularly those in AI and robotics, and the relationship with China. The United States is looking at your engineering activity and operations, in particular in China. Can you give us any update on that and the company's position on it, please?
Well, we serve the markets locally. So that's our strategy been from the beginning. We in ABB are committed to a local for local strategy. So in China, we have a robotics factory and R&D, but we also have it in Sweden, and we have it here in the United States. And that's part of how we operate. We can serve the global market by being locally available. In the US, all the demand is been able to be captured by the local production. And with our facility here, we're actually really manifesting that here, that we have an AI center, we have 5,000 workers that we train in our facility here to be independently serving the US market. And that's our strategy, and it has been paying off.